And welcome back to Green Tiger Claw Productions. And today we are kind of closing off the trilogy of the Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire figures I have to review here. And we're kind of finishing off with what I think is the best figure I purchased that day. Uh, I really warmed up to this lady at, since I first purchased her. I am talking, of course, about Shimo from Playmates. Yeah, yeah. I really think she's the kind of the coolest figure I picked up that day. Uh, First of all, I've really warmed up to the monster's design. I still kind of think she looks like an irradiated Indominus Rex, but um, yeah. But yeah, I really do think she looks like a neat little monster. Um, of course, this is the who will presumably be, like I've been saying, presumably this will be Godzilla's opponent in the film. Um, she'll be presumably teaming up with Scar King. Um, uh, the movie is still not out yet, so we still don't know a whole lot about her, but we are very quickly approaching the release date of the film. So, um, I can't wait to see her in action. I mean, she's cool looking, so, you know, and apparently she has a frostbite blast attack. We've seen a little glimpse of that in the trailer, but yeah. It's kind of like Godzilla's atomic breath, but I assume it freezes things. Yeah, but we're going to have a closer look at this leading lady. Uh, I really like the detail on her head here. Yeah, open her mouth a bit. There's a tongue in there. Ugh, what is that? Well, you'll see that later. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Do I? No, I felt a sneeze coming on, but yeah. She's got little yellow teeth in there. Her teeth do look nice. Her eyes don't look cheesy like the two versions of Godzilla we had a look at. She's got these kind of bumpy scoots aligning her neck. Right here as well. More scoots here. Very bumpy, scaly head. You got this kind of deal here going into this I'm going to call it like a crown of crystals there. Of course, extending into these very crystalline dorsal fins here, which do... This is going to get Felix's attention, I just know it. But yeah, they... Like evolved Godzilla, they are transparent. Not so much over here, but yeah, you do have the same kind of crystally kind of bumps here, as well as more scoots right here. I think that looks really neat. Yeah. Fantastic detail. Once again, not a Bandai vinyl. Is the underside of the tail. Very nice. Very crocodilian looking. Then you get all the way to that monstrous thagomizer right there on the tail. Puts Goji here to shame. Yeah, She could really cause some damage with that. Her body is a little smooth. Not as much detail as I'd like, but there is some to be had. Yeah, there's a little bit to be had. The underbelly is really where you see it. Yeah, take a look at that. Then her limbs are very detailed. Once again, reminds me of like an alligator or a crocodile or a caiman. Like this detail here on her chest. She is white. She is very pristine white. She's cast in this white plastic. I do worry about her kind of yellowing over time. Yeah, I would be just a little wary of that. She could potentially be one of those figures that, because she's so white, she could yellow over time. But just try and keep her out of the sun. If that is indeed the case, if she does yellow. But yeah, she is very white. And for her kind of crown here and her kind of dorsally crystal things, yeah, it's kind of this deep, it's not blue, it's like well, kind of does look blue there, but I think it's more like kind of like a deep purple. It does look really nice, especially here on the, it's just colored here. It's not transparent, but yeah, it's just kind of this deep color here on the little bumps in the thagomizer, which you can see that, yeah, there's an added, little crystally bump here on the tip of her tail. Yeah. And so I think she's really cool. I also like how she's a quadruped, although you can stand her up on her haunches like that. And you can do so without the support of her tail, which I think is really cool. Yeah. With that, let's talk about posability. Her head, it's not a ball joint. It's like I don't know what you'd call that, but it's like a hinge. But yeah, she can move her head up and down so she can agree with you and, move from side to side so she can not agree with you. So, her head can do all kinds of stuff. It's a vast improvement over the two Gojis we had a look at. Her arms can move out, or her front legs, I guess. And they can swivel, of course. You see, it's that same kind of joint. It's not a ball joint, but yeah. Her back legs just move back and forward. That's about it. And of course her tail, which technically is an accessory, but it's on a very nice ball joint. It's not limited like Godzilla Evolved. So you can get it up, you can get it down, you can get to the side. Yeah, so she's the most posable of all three of the figures. Again, I think she's the best one for that. Also, her paws, I guess, they can also, yeah, they can swivel too, all four of them. Yeah. Yes, I'm really liking her. Once again, I think she's my favorite of the three I picked up that day. I also like how her eyes don't look cheesy like the two Gojis did. It's just like a little blue dot. Oh, her jaw can open as well. Just don't do it too much, or she'll look kind of yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I think she's really cool. No pun intended. Um, can't wait to see her in the movie. Um, accessories, just like the two Gojis, and like I mentioned earlier, she does have her frostbite blast breath weapon, which is, yeah, it is like a transparent blue. Now, yeah, here he comes. I knew that would get his attention. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's her frostbite blast breath weapon. It does look really nice. It does look like ice shooting out. It's got all these spiky kind of details. I like these here. These will stick out of her mouth here. There's the peg. Like the other two Godzillas we had to look at, there's a hole right there in her at the top of her mouth, and there's an adapter here at the breath weapon. What I like is you can close her mouth and you get this effect. And I just really like the way that looks. I like how flush it is. The kind of flare here coming from both sides of her mouth. And, you know, she's just shooting it out like, yeah. Yeah, so I think, once again, no pun intended, but that just looks cool. I think we'll do a size comparison now. Here she is with the King of the Monsters himself. Her opponent, here's Goji. Here she is with Evolved Goji, with Destroya. Another quadruped kaiju, Salunga. I almost called him Shimo. This is Shimo. Here she is with Servum. Here she is with Biollante, another female kaiju. We need more of those. And here she is with the big guy, Godzilla 2017. Yeah, so in conclusion, I really think you should pick this lady up. Once again, I think she's the best of the of these three. I think I like her the best. Godzilla here, base form Godzilla, is my second favorite, and then Godzilla Evolved is my third. I like Godzilla Evolved. It's just that, you know, I don't know, his arm articulation is a little, kind of feels like I'm twisting something, and his tail movement is a little limited. But you know, he's not bad. But yeah, I ended up liking Shimo a lot more than I was going to. I think her design is really, going to use a pun here again, cool. But yeah. I like the detail all around the figure. Her body's a little too smooth. It's something I wish her body was a little more scaly. Kind of like this, but can't have everything, I guess. I would keep her out of the sunlight, to kind of, because I do worry, like, as pristine and white as she looks, I do kind of worry she may not be forever. So one thing I would do is just kind of keep her out of the sunlight as best you can. But yeah, that is the Playmates Shimo from Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire. She is highly recommended. She's once again, no pun intended, but she's really, really cool. This is Green Tiger Qual Productions with Shimo, and we are signing off. See ya.